In the United States, there's only been one other successful gharial hatchling. These are one of the most important crocodilian species, one of the most endangered, with less than 1,000 individuals out in the wild.
So I feel that, I know what we were doing was on the right path. It just, you hate to have those heartbreaks. I'm a person who talks a lot, and I'm very emotional. I usually get teary and get excited at things. I couldn't speak.
Here at the Fort Worth Zoo, we have 4 hatchling gharials.
But one, you kind of feel like you have a fluke, right? And so when you have multiples, it kind of reinforces that what you're doing is proper. Like I said, it reinforces your professional choices, your life choices. Indian gharial are one of the most endangered and imperiled gharial in the world. Their habitat's being lost to sand mining and habitat destruction and pollution along the river systems they live in within India and Nepal.
Gharial are endangered for multiple reasons. Some of the biggest issues are habitat loss. So pollution of rivers and damming of those river systems as well is kind of creating less and less suitable habitat spots for these guys, as well as bycatch and fishing. Being fish eaters, gharial pose competition to fishermen, and they will get caught up in nets, and fishermen will also kill gharial in unprotected areas that are causing some issues for their fishing and their livelihood. We aren't sure why they are as difficult as they are to breed in captivity. It could be multiple reasons. There could be environmental, could be infertility issues. We're not, like I said, we're not super sure. Outside of the range countries, so over in Nepal and India, there are pretty regular breedings of them, but outside of that, it's a lot more difficult. This has been the culmination of years and years of effort from multiple people that have worked with these animals, and the team coming together to finally make it happen has been truly amazing, and I'm really thankful that I get to be a part of it. And with their rarity and difficulty to breed in captivity, it's a huge success for us to have these babies here.
When we decided to build NOLA, we created a large place for us to really be able to expand our space for reptiles and amphibians. I've worked here for over 20 years, and one of the biggest goals we've always had during my tenure here is to breed the gharial. They're a very rare species, and zoos historically have always had difficulties managing and breeding this species in captivity due to the large size, due to not being able to create harems and environments for them that they would normally have in the wild. And so we've done a lot of guessing in terms of what we think these animals need in order to stimulate reproduction and egg laying. And it's kind of been a roller coaster for us. It's been a very difficult path. We really still don't know why we have seen a lot of the successes that we have, but it's been very interesting seeing the dynamics change between the individual animals through time.
Some of the features that we have in our gharial exhibit is our nesting site, which we have developed to be at a slanted kind of riverbank similar to what they would be nesting out in the wild. And since our climate kind of differs to their native habitat around the nesting season, we've also added heating coils and a overhead radiant heater in a fake fallen log that allows that nesting site to be at a more optimal temperature that encourages them to nest there.
Well, now that we've had breeding success, we have to be careful with how many eggs that we hatch in the future. Right now we have representation from 2 of our females, so one of our females is not represented in the population in the United States, so obviously we would want to try to get some offspring from her. We finally figured out how to provide an adequate nesting site for these guys, and so now the females are able to lay good nests every year, and probably that helps their reproductive cycle annually, and so hopefully we'll start to get more fertilization of eggs in the future.